Unusual option activity happening in LNG in our June monthlies in here, but we're going to talk about that last. First, overall, let's just see what we're doing here on this daily chart. Well, we're making some sort of a megaphone trend, which is good and bad. The bad part is we're not really going to be blowing the top off anything, and we don't really care that much about this upper trend line. Well, why do we not care about that upper trend line? Well, all it means is that we are getting a lot of volume in, and then volatility's bringing it back down. We're getting more volume in, volatility's bringing it back down. Or you can look at it as volatility's coming in and volume's bringing it with it. It's two sides of the same coin, right? Volume, volatility. So we don't really care about this as much as far as just kind of profit taking, but really what we care about is this lower trend line here. Is this being confirmed? Are we creating those higher lows? Are we stair stepping higher? And yes, we are. We had this trend line drawn back in December. And then today we all but basically confirmed it by opening up right on it and then having that nice big recovery in here today. So 220 to 221 area is what we're looking at for our main support, but really we want to see if we can kind of confirm this trend line going forward and respect that. If we do not, then the 220, 221 area and below that, you kind of have to find some footing in here. There's really nothing until you get down to this 203 area right here. Now, above the 220, 221 and this trend line, 230 is going to be a nice place for us. That's kind of where we're trading right now. This 9-day EMA is a little bit heavy on us, but if we can break above that, in between 230 and 245 is going to be a channel that we might trade in for a couple days. We do have a little resistance here at the 240s, so that's going to be something to watch, but really 245 is what we're concerned with in here. And really a lot of people probably got scared with this candle here, said, hey, it's bearish, but also guess what? These two candles right here told you it was going to be bullish, and we see how that worked out. So that's why we kind of look at the overall trend and what's happening with the options activity. Now, speaking of the options activity, we said there was unusual activity. That's right. There was $6.7 million of premium traded on the 220 call. So you're saying, well, that's still in the money. Yes, it is. But to have basically no volume in the June monthlies and you had $6 million of premium traded in there today, that's going to tell you something, right? Whether it be good or bad, however you want to look at that. You can say, oh, it's good because all that premium got traded on the call side. Well, why is it so far in the money? What is happening, right? So you can look at it either way. By the February cycle, which is going to be our earnings cycle, by the way, you have around a $10 expected move. If you go out to those June, it looks like they're pricing in right around a $28 expected move in there. So within this week, I'm sorry, the next few weeks, we could see a move up here to this 245s, and we could easily see a move down here below the 220. So it's going to be interesting to see what channel we trade in here. Are we going to confirm this trend line here? And then what's going to happen if we do go above the 245s? How far up are we going to go? Are we going to test this trend line up in here again on the top of our megaphone, or are we going to kind of settle out here in the 250s or the 260 range? All right, guys, make sure to check us out on all our social media. We also have a Discord service if you are interested, and you can find all our socials in the description below.